Got the class. Okay. So in this class, let us discuss about next transformation. So we have seen aggregate, conditional split, conversion, derived column lookup. So let us go for merge. Okay. So what we have seen OLEDB command and multicast also we have seen. Now let me go for merge. Okay. So this merge has you see the icon itself. So it will take the multiple inputs and convert them into single output. Okay. So merge is nothing but, so if you want to apply the union in SSIS side, okay, then we have to go for this merge operation. So if we have two source of data, okay, let us say one source is coming from Excel file and another source is coming from text file, and you want to combine them, okay, and push them into the SQL destination, then you can go and use this merge, okay, to apply the union between the two sources. So union means, first of all, union means, so it will what the union command will do in SQL. So it will combine the two sources by row wise. Okay. Suppose in the source one, if you are getting 4 records, in the source two, if you are getting 5 records, so it will club them into 9 records. 4 plus 5, 9 records will be pushed into the SQL destination. Okay. So now let us go and show you some examples. So here I have some Excel file. Let me take some Excel file. So now let us see some source. Now you can see I have an Excel sheet called EMP source 2 is there, EMP underscore source 2. So first of all, we have the column names in the headings. Yes, we have the column names is there. Okay, and we have some data is there. Okay, some at least some 8 records data is there. Okay, like this. So let us go for. Okay, we have some 8 records data is there. So let me make this as source one. Okay, so now let us go to our class. Okay, now let me take Excel source as, okay, so we have Excel source to point to the Excel file. Now let me create a connection to the Excel source. So is the file is already existing, is the connection is already existing. So let me see this Excel connection manager. Now let us see, do we have any sheet name with EMP underscore source 2? So there is no sheet name. Okay, this is not the one. So these are all output connections. Now let me create a new one. Let me go for new. So the Excel file, already the connection is not there. So let me create a new connection to that Excel file. So now let us go on browse. So browse your Excel file. First row has column names. Yes, the first row has column names, and it is showing the XLSX. It is a Excel 2007 version. It is automatically showing the correct version. And in this Excel file, do we have any multiple sheets? What is the sheet name? Which sheet data you want to load? So let us select the sheets. So we have emp underscore source to sheet is showing here. So you can see always the Excel sheet names will be appended within the dollar version. Okay. So let me select that, and you want to preview the data. So now you can see we are able to see some 8 records. Okay. Now my first source is ready. Okay. So we have first source, and in this contains 8 records. Now I want to get the second data from another flat file source. So let me go and show some data. So let us say we have one text file called merge source one is there. Let me go to this. So now here you can see this also is containing 4 columns. Okay, and we have some data is there, some 8 or 10 data is there, something like 6 10 records data is there. Okay, let me get that. So let me point this as second source. So I have taken one flat file source. Let me connect to that. So is the connection is already existing? I don't think so. Let me create a new one. So let me create the connection name as merge source to, okay, connection. Click on browse. So let us go for, do you have column names? Yes, we have column names. And do you want to preview the data? Yes, we are able to preview the data. Click on OK. Now my second source also is ready. Abhishek, can you please go on mute? Okay, now my second source also is ready. Now what you want to do? I want to combine these two sources. No, then what I can do is I can go and put this as a source one, that is input one. Okay, and let me put this as input two. Okay, so let us see, some error is coming here. So it is saying that merge input one should be sorted. So this merge transformations, no, so like merge and merge join. So both what they will do is they will accept only the sorted data. Okay, so they are telling that hey, we should the input data should be sorted first. Okay, before sending as input to me. Okay, so if it is not sorted, they are not accepting it. Now you can see if I try and go and open it, okay, it is not able to open. Okay, you can see input one and input two have sort key position assigned to their columns incorrectly. Means they are not able to accept the sorted, they are not able to accept the non-sorted data. So before that, so this is some limitations to the merge transformation. Okay, not only for merge join also. So in yesterday class we have seen for merge join also. So now they will explicitly accept only the sorted data. Okay, so to sort the data, let me use the sort transformation. So we have one sort transformation to sort the data. Okay, to put them in a particular order. Okay, so why they are expecting the sorted data is, so there is some reason. What is the reason is they will accept the sort data and they will give us the sorted output also. They will give us the sorted output also. Okay, now let us go and see. So I want to sort the first source or employee ID. So you can select either ascending order or descending order. No, I want to sort the data based on ascending order of employee. Now let me go and put this in the bench. Now again some more error is coming. Let us see. So now you can see that hey, it is telling that hey, input 2 is not sorted. Okay, so better to sort the input 2 also. Okay, So I'm sorting this also based upon the employee ID. Okay. Now let us go on, double click on it. Now we can see we are able to open the merge transformation. So the merge will accept only the sorted inputs. That is one limitation. Okay. Now using merge, what we are doing? We are doing the union, no? So there are some rules to be followed if you want to apply the union. So you already know that what are those rules? So if you want to apply the union between the two sources, first of all, first rule is the number of columns should match, okay, in both the sources. So if my input one has 4 columns and input two has should compulsory have 4 columns. Okay, first rule is the number of columns should match between the two sources. Another rule is the data type of the corresponding column should match. The data type of the corresponding columns means, so here employee is, what is the data type? It is float. Okay, double precision float. So here from the input to also the employee ID should be always, this also should be float R8 only. Okay, but here you can see the metadata is not matching between. So for employee ID, so both the inputs have different data types. So the metadata is not matching. So that's why you are getting the error. Now let us see where we can find this metadata details. Metadata means the data types, their data types. Now let us see. So here also we can go and find. So once I double click on this arrow, no, so you can see the metadata, okay, of these columns from the Excel file. These are all the metadata, okay, from the Excel file columns. Now you can see employee here it is R8. R8 means float. Okay, data type R8 means float. Okay, now in the flat file, from the flat file, now we can go and see the data metadata of this. So now you can see it is str. So since it is a text file, okay, all are coming it as str form. So that's why the union is not happening there. Okay, that's why the merge is not accepting this. So what we have to do is we have to go and make the both sources metadata should match. We have to make the both sources metadata, okay, as same. Okay. So to do that, we have two options. Since we are using the flat file source, now let us say I want to convert this flat file metadata, okay, to match with the Excel file metadata. Okay. So here it is, first one is R8, second one is WSTR, that is Unicode string, that is nvarchar, and this is R8 and this is R8. Now let us see how we can convert. So first option is you can go to this. Okay, first option is you can go to this data conversion. Okay, one option is you can go to this data conversion, and here, so employee from SQL from Excel file it is coming it as R8, and the text file is str. We can convert this into dt R8. Okay, dt R8 like this. Employee name, so from Excel file it is ddwstr. So here also we can convert this into ddwstr, that is Unicode format. Branch ID, so let me convert this also to R8 format. Salary, let us say, let me convert this also into R8 format. And now you can see after converting, okay, the respective data types, they are giving some alias name. Okay, so for this converted column, they are giving some alias names to easily identify purpose. Let me rename this as converted employee name and converted employee ID, converted employee name, converted branch ID, converted salary. Okay, now let us take one more new more. So these are all tool based. Okay, we just need to know so which option we have to use. That's why you don't need to write a queries here. We just need to know the tool. That's it. Now let us go to this, and you can see here we are getting the old columns as well as new columns. Okay, so now you want to sort the data based upon the converted employee. Okay, so this one is previous one is our string one. Now this is the new one. We can go and take this. Okay, now let me send this. Now let me take merge also new one. So I'm deleting the old ones. Why? Because if any old reference is there, it will give some problem. No, so let me take a new one. Okay, now this has first input. Okay, and this has second input. Now let us go to this. Now this is the columns coming from the Excel file. You can see input 1 and input 2. Now from the text file, which column you want to map? I want to map converted employee. Now we can see we are not getting any error. Metadata error is not coming. Similarly, employee name. So don't map with the normal employee name, map with the converted employee. Okay, converted branch ID. Similarly for branch and salary. So map with the correct metadata columns. Okay, now you can see we are not getting any error. So now you can see we are able to merge it. Okay, so what the merge will do? So it will apply the union between the two sources. Okay, to apply the union, it requires the sorted data. Okay, and to apply the union, we should make sure that number of columns should match and number of data type of the corresponding columns also should match. Now after applying you merge, let me push the data into any one of the destination. So let me take one OLEDB destination. So so let us take our database as db underscore brook. Now do you want to create a new file, new table? Yes. So you can see as I told R8 means float and WSTR means n varchar. Okay, with the same data types it is going and creating a table in our database. So let us say table underscore merge output. Okay, okay, now go to the mappings. This is compulsory. Okay, go to the mappings, map your input columns and the destination columns. That's it. Okay, now as I told you that merge always gives you the sorted data. No, sorted output, it will take the sorted data and it will give us the sorted output. No, now let me see before pushing the data into the destination. So let me view the data by using this data viewer option. Now let me execute. So now we can see that the first source containing, so let us see how many source you can see. So the first source is containing 8 records and the second source is containing 10 records. So 10 plus 8, 18 records are coming as the output. Now you can see the output is sorted or not. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. So the output data also is in a sorted position. Okay, it is sorted. So the merge will take sorted input and it will give us the sorted output. Okay, and it is up you applying the union here. It is working like a union here. Okay, that is about the merge, and you can go and see in your destination database db underscore brook. So let me connect to the server. Okay, now let me, okay, now let me go on. So now you can see we are able to insert the data at the destination table also. All the 18 records are pushed into the destination table. Okay, so this is one form of converting the data. So here we have applied the unit merge. Okay, that is well and good. Now we can see to modify the data type. Okay, we have used the data conversion here. So let me show you another way. Since it is a flat file, okay, so flat file has separate option to convert the data types. Okay, so now let me show you that one also. So let me make it as this as merge one. Okay, now let me take a copy of this and let me paste it. So here I don't want to apply the data conversion. Okay, for converting the data types. Okay, I am removing it. Now there is a special facility inside the flat file. If your source is a flat file, okay, there is a special facility to convert the data types inside the flat file connection itself. So now what is the connection name we are using? Merge source to connection. No? So instead of using the data conversion, we can go to this connection. Okay, merge source to connection. So this is a text file connection. Now we can go to this and open that connection. So we are connecting to this our text file. Okay, so here we are connecting to our text file, that is merge source one. So now if you want to convert the data types, what we can do is inside the text file connection, what we can do is go to the advanced tab. Okay, so here employee is there. So here you can see data type is string dtstr. So here if you want to change the data type inside the connection itself, we can change. Okay, so from the Excel file it is coming it as DTR8. No, I can go and make it the connection data type change here itself. Okay, so the employee name, so in Excel file it is DTWSTR. Let me change it to this. Go to the branch ID column. Okay, the Excel file it is R8. So go and change this as also salary. So in Excel file it is R8. Go and change it here itself. That's it. Okay, so that we can avoid the data conversion. Okay, so we are avoiding some, we are removing some task ways, we are improving the performance. Okay, so if you are removing one of the task from your package ways, you are improving, so it is nothing but indirectly you are improving the performance of the package. Okay, so now since in the connection the data types are changed, So it is giving us the warning message. Hey, do you want to refresh? Yes, I want to refresh. So it is saying that, do you want to replace the metadata? Yes. Okay, you can just go to the columns and click on OK. Just click on OK, that's it. Now send this to this sort. Okay, now let me take the new sort. Okay, now sort it on employee ID. Okay, send this to the merge. Okay, so let me remove this merge. So I want to remove the old reference. Let me take a new merge. Okay, let me pass this as input 1 and let me pass this as input 2. Now all out, you can directly go on map, employee name, branch ID, salary. Okay, now you can see we are not getting any error. Okay, why? Because we have converted already those data types, okay, in the connection itself. So here also float, here also float. Okay, so if you are using the flat file source, so we can take use of that conversion option. Okay, only for flat file source those things are available, that conversion is facility is available. And if you want to merge the data into the destination, you can go and merge it. Okay, like this. And let us go and see. Let us go and execute one more time. So now you can see we are able to get the same output. Okay, so now one thing we have observed here is this merge is working like a union or union all. So we have two types, no, in SQL for union. We have two types of union. One is union and union all. So union means it will remove the duplicates from the output. Union all means it will contain the duplicate records. Okay, but union will remove the duplicate records. But here you can see merge, in the merge output. So are we seeing any duplicates? Yes, you can see 6 Kishore 218, 6 Kishore 218, 7 Mohan 200 600, 7 Mohan means it is containing the duplicate records. You can see entire row is duplicated, means it is acting like a union all. It is acting like a union all. Okay, so but my customer who don't want the duplicates. My customer don't want the duplicates. Then what you can do? Okay, how to remove the duplicates from the output? Then what you can do is, if you want to remove the duplicates, what we can do is after merge. Okay, so after getting the merge output, so let me take one more time sort. Okay, using sort we can remove the duplicates also. So this sort transformation is useful to sort the data as well as we can remove the duplicates also. You can go and see. So I want to remove the entire row duplication. No, you can select all the rows, all the columns. So I don't want to remove only if employee is duplicated. I don't want to remove that. If entire row is duplicated, like if employee name, branch ID, salary, if all the columns are duplicated, I want to remove it from the destination. Okay. So for that purpose, select all the columns. And after selecting all the columns, you can see we have an option called remove rows with duplicate values. So select this option. So remove rows with duplicate values is there. Okay, select this option. That's it. Okay, so now we can go and see. Okay, I want to sort it, and after inside the sort, what I have done is I have selected all the columns. Why? Because I want to remove the entire row duplication, and after that I have selected remove rows with duplicate values. I have just selected this checkbox option. Now let us see the output now and see whether we will contain the duplicate records in the output or not. Yeah, sorry guys, some network issue. So now are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So now you can see, so but 8 is coming two times. So 6 only coming one time. 6 and 7, the duplicates are removed. But why 8 is coming two times means now you can see 8. Employee name here it is madam, and for 8, another 8, employee name is Mudit. Means entire row is not duplicated. So that's why it is a present in the output list. Similarly, 9 also, since entire row is not duplicated, so 9 is also present in this. Okay, only 6 and 7 are treated as duplicate records and they were removed. Okay, so this is about the merge transformation. Okay, and if you want to remove the duplicates, you can use this sort and you can select all the columns and you can remove this, select this option. And if you want to do the data conversion, if you are using the flat file source, so you can take the option of advanced tab and you can change the data types. Okay, now if I want to combine, if I want to merge one more source, let us say if I want to take third input, so let us say I have one more input to combine. So let us take one more sample, let us say merge source. So in the output, if I want to combine this data also, I want to combine this data also. Now let us see whether that is possible or not. Can we combine more than two inputs for a merge transformation? Let us go and see. So let me take one more flat file source. Okay, I want to take one more flat file source. Now let me go and create a connection to the new source. Let me make this as merge source 3 connection. Okay, let me browse. Okay, so let me browse. Do you have column names in the first row? Yes, I have the column names. So I have the column names and go to the advanced tab, and here itself let us convert the data types. So in employee ID, so from other two sources it is coming it as R8. Okay, let me convert here itself. Employee name, it is WSTR, it is coming as WSTR from the previous two types. Let me go for the WSTR branch ID. So let me convert this into R8. Salary, let me convert this into R8, so that we are just matching the data types for the two sources, other two sources with the other two sources. Go and preview the data. Yes, we are getting the preview data. Okay, click on OK. Okay, now this is a third source. Now I want to put this as one of the input. I want to combine this data also, third input data also. So now you can see, is this allowed? No. Okay, for a single merge transformation, okay, we cannot combine more than two sources. Only two sources are accepted. Only two inputs are accepted. More than two inputs are not accepted for a merge. So this is one more limitation. Okay, first limitation is merge will always accept the sorted data. Another limitation is it can accept, a single merge can accept only two inputs. But my customer or my manager is telling that no, Krishna, somehow we need to combine this third source also. Then what you can do? So I need to club this source input also into the output. Then what I can do? Okay, so one option is I can take one more merge, okay, and pass this as, okay, one more merge, and whatever the output I am getting now. So after combining the first two inputs, I will get the merge output now. Pass this as one of the input to the second merge. So pass this as one of the input to the second merge. Okay, and let me pass this third source as another input. Okay, now since it is always accepts the, now you can see if you try to open, it is saying that input 2 is not sorted. So input 1 is already sorted here, but input 1, input 2 is not sorted. Okay, then what you can do is you can apply the sort here also. Sort it on employee ID and send it as second input. Okay, so since it is accepting only two inputs, what we have done is we have taken another batch, and the output of first batch we are making it as one of the input, and we are taking the third input and passing it to the second batch. Okay, now let us go and map your alternate columns. So if the column names are matching, okay, it is automatically pointing out. Now let us go for branch ID and let us map the salary and the branch. Okay, like this. Now this one, let me pass it to the sort. Okay, so the final one, I am passing it to the sort. Okay, so this, for this output I has taken as one of the input, and this is another input. Okay, and the final one we are applying to this sort, and here we are taking all the columns and removing the duplicates. Now let us go and see. So now you can see we are able to combine the third source data also. So you can see this 16, okay, 13, 14, 14, 15 and 16 are coming from the third source, and after removing the duplicates we are getting 19 records. Okay, so here you can see 8 plus 10 plus 3. Okay, so 10 plus 18, okay, 10 plus 8 18, 18 plus 3 21. Okay, so these 21 records after removing the duplicates has become 19 records. Means the duplicates are 6 and 7 is there now, so after removing the duplicates it has become the 19 records. Okay, like this. So if you want to combine one more source, okay, we have to take extra merge, and we have to point this as first merge output as one of the input to the second merge. Okay, like this. But in SSIS we have one more transformation called union all also is there. So what this union all transformation will do is it also will do the same thing. It also will combine the two sources data. Now let me show you by taking the, instead of merge, let me show you how we can handle with union all. Okay, now let me go for one more data flow task. Let me show you about the union all transformation. Now let me take Excel source, and let us say we have already, the connection is already available now. Let me take this And if you want to change the connection name, let us say rename the connection name. So let us say this as merge source 1. Okay, now let us go to this and let us take the merge source 1 connection. Now in that Excel file we have multiple Excel sheets. We have EMP source 2 and preview. Okay, we are getting some records. Now let me go for flat file source. Now let us go for columns, or what is the connection name? We have merge source to connection, preview the data. Okay, now let us go for union all. So we have two sources. Now let me combine. I want to combine those two sources using the union all. So now, is it asking for sorted data? No. The union all is not asking for sorted data. But if I use merge, it will always expects the sorted input. But here you can see without you. Okay, employee name, okay, branch ID and salary. But we need to make sure that the number of columns and column data type should match. So here also it is R8, here also it is R8. Okay, now I want to combine this into destination. Let me push that. Now here you can see in which table your table is already existing. Yes, my table is already existing. So let me go and select our table name, merge output. Go to the mappings and click on OK. So now that's it. Now if you can see, if you use merge, we have to make sure that the sorted output is there. Okay, that's how we have to sort the data. Now let me go and execute this task. So to apply union, okay, on SSIS side, so they have given two options. One is merge or transformation. Using merge we can do, and using union or transformation also we can apply the union. Okay. So now you can see 8 records, 10 records plus 8 records, 18 records are coming. Now if you want to combine one more source input, now let me take one more source. So let me take merge source 3, preview. So we are taking 13, 14 and 16. Okay, now can I join, can I apply, can I pass one more input to the union all? Now you can see that is also allowed. Okay, union all will accept multiple inputs, not only 3. You can pass 10, 20 also. Okay, n number of multiple inputs it can accept. Okay, so now you can see, so the union all is accepting multiple inputs, but merge it is accepting only 2 inputs. Okay, but using union all we can pass n number of inputs. So this is one of the interview question. Okay, so they will ask you that what is the difference between the merge transformation and the union all transformation. So this is also one of the interview question. Okay, so what is the difference between the merge and union all? So merge, both are used to combine the, okay, multiple sources data. Okay, but using merge, okay, you can combine only in a single merge, you can combine only 2 inputs, but use inside a union all, okay, we can combine n number of inputs. And merge always accepts the sorted data, but union all never asks for or never expects for sorted input. Okay, So this is the two differences. And merge will accept will accept sorted data and will gives us the sorted output. By default, merge transformation will gives us the sorted output. But will the union all will gives us the sorted output? Let us see. So now we can see whether by default union all will give us the sorted output or not. So now we can see by default it is not giving me the sorted output, but merge will give me the sorted output by default. Okay, but if you want to sort, then what we can do after getting the output, okay, before putting the data in the destination, you can apply this sort transformation. If you want the sorted output, so after you combining, go and apply the sort, okay, and sort the, you want to sort it on employee ID, you can sort it on employee ID. And if you want to remove the duplicates, okay, if you want to remove the duplicates, then select all the columns, okay, and select this option. Okay, so it will sort the data as well as we can remove the data, we can remove the duplicates. Now after that we can push the data into the destination, and let us see. Okay, after getting the output, I can sort the data by using this sort transformation, and we can remove the duplicates also. So they have given two options. Okay, whichever option suits for your requirement, we can go and you take that option. So you can use union all or merge to combine the multiple sources. Okay. So very specific cases we have used merge. Okay, but usually 90% we will go for the union all transformation only for combining the multiple sources by row wise. So now you can see if you want to push sorted data only to the output, we can, okay, after applying the sort, we are able to sort the data, and as well as we are able to remove the duplicates. Okay, like this. So 21 records are coming as input to the sort, and it has sorted, and it has removed the, after removing the two duplicates, it has become 19 records. Okay, that is about merge transformation and union all transformation. Okay, and that is the differences between them. Okay, any doubts?